Hey, my beautiful gamers. Welcome back. Let's kick off Act 4. Or Act-iv, as the cool kids call it. More like froghorn sounds. Oh, it's not a real mammoth? I'm disappointed. Manual 5.4 Context Backlash. General wear upon the gestural gear mounting apparatus 5A-1 may result in an undesirable play between teeth in the context and history state machine gears, causing stuttering, slippage, resetting, skipping. Well, this is not at all helpful. Table of contents. 0. Introduction. 1. Installation. 2. Orientations. 4. Order of operations. 3. Passage of time. That's a good joke. That's a good joke there, that 4 is order of operations and it's out of order. It's a good joke. 5. Gestures. 6. Final notes. Maybe I ought to read it back to front. My savior, our friend here is in a bad way. Any insights? I try to stay clear of high voltage these days. Don't at all blame you, especially down here on the water. I mean, sure, it's dangerous, but this is where she lives. What brings you down to the Echo tonight? Just tagging along. Ha, that doesn't sound like you. We dragged some folks to a show, just returning the favor. I'm sure your new friends appreciate the company. It's no shame to be lonesome. We picked you up at the Bureau tonight. Never seen you that far upriver before. I hope that doesn't mean you've been traveling on the Zero. Yeah, have you been there? The Zero? Oh no, not me. This old river rat steers clear of the weird highways. I've been traveling this river for more than half my life. More or less alone. I think I've seen it change quite a bit in all these years, but I can't say for sure. The water has a peculiar way of making a person forgetful. Some nights I remember a place, but it's full of strange new people. Some nights I meet an old friend on an unfamiliar shore. I wonder which kind of night this is. Don't we all? Act 4, Scene 1. I should have looked how many scenes there are in this one. The Mucky Mammoth. Okay. Is that the name of the boat? Kate. Kate. How's that cold river spray treating you? I saw you squinting. It's hard water, you know. Hard on the eyes. It still irritates mine a little, and I'm piloting a tugboat through it 6 nights a week. Don't be too shy to close them in public. Your eyes, I mean. People will just assume you're thoughtful. You need tea. So, agricibe, agarita, definitely. Peppermint, dried spring of Agarius, milk thistle, and dried reishi. What are all those for? Eye strain. Dried spring agaricus masks the taste of the rest of it. Dried reishi in particular has an eccentric flavor profile. It's mushroom-based. I'm a big believer in the Fungal pharmacy. How's the water looking tonight? The echo is dicey tonight. Bad for you. Expect waves and diversions. Dogwood Drive is still by the silo mail stop, but we may need to spend some time on the indirect route before we hit your stop, okay? And there's other business. Mail to drop off, garbage to pick up, a few favors to execute, all dotted on the riverbanks from here to there. Hope you enjoy the trip on our little mammoth. Take advantage of all the amenities. Fresh air, cozy bunks, hot tea, the video room. There's some pretty interesting tapes down there, actually. Unusual, I mean. Weird. Watch out, that VCR doesn't take your hand off, though. It's untrustworthy. What's wrong with the VCR? I could take a look. Oh, please do. I don't know anything about electronics. Maybe try a few different tapes. You'll get the picture. Hey, do me a favor. Go ask Will how repairs are going and if he needs anything. We're coming up on the next stop here, just refueling and picking up a few things. I could grab a bolt or some wire or something, whatever he needs. Well, eyes on the road, haha. Okay. Yeah, well. For we are molding whiskey fed and... Oh! Wet gears. Wet gears? Probably. Who knows? First thing I tried anyway. Down here by the little blue box, I took all the gears out and dried each one by hand, then loaded them back in again. That took care of the grinding sound, but the trunk keeps doing that sparking, clanking, weeping thing. To be honest with you, I'm not qualified for this work. Kate's a friend, you know how it is, don't you? Kate was asking if you needed anything when we stopped. Hell, I don't know, scratch ticket. Sure, okay. Thanks. What's your story, Will? Story, well, I like to listen to them, I like to tell them, but I don't have one of my own. I also don't have a permanent address or a pickup truck or a change of clothes. I wash my laundry in the river, and in that moment I'm truly free. Don't even have any shoes. Hey, I should tell you where I left my shoes. Did you know I'm a classically trained organist? It's true. Look at these long fingers and pedal-gripping toes. Doesn't matter. A minor in French literature earned me a position teaching Artaud to Zola at the university. Well, some shitty governor cut state funding for our department, and I was demoted to mopping floors, even running wiring through the walls or in dangerous places. I even operated the soundboard at the student theater. I left my shoes there at the university. It was a protest. Walk without shoes for something important or tragic. I ended up by the shore, and soon I was drifting along the echo. It ran for a while above ground then. It doesn't anymore. But I prefer the subterranean waters anyway. Kate brings me along, and I record what I see and hear. I try to help with maintenance. I drop off the mail and pick up the trash. On occasion, I take the helm. Anyway, that's all I try to remember anymore. I listen to the river stories, and my own stories get fainter and fainter. Well, I'll just keep drying gears, I guess. Naturally, my dude. Ezra runs up to Shannon. Whoa, slow down. It's slippery up on deck. Do you have any batteries? Yeah, of course. What for? Johnny said I could use his tape recorder, but it needs a battery. Oh, fun. Well, Shannon searches her pockets. Here's 4 different kinds. Surely one of these should fit. Thank you. I don't like how much the boat is on an angle. That seems bad. I'm not a boat expert, but, you know, it seems like a bad time. Probably because of this mammoth. Seems like that mammoth would be heavy. You got your batteries, small man. Go get you some tape. Okay. Cool effect. Musicians. Really? You were in trance. You don't remember this? Who's Clara? Have we met Clara? Kaden. Shh. I'm working. It's okay. We've all seen a lot of concerts. Kaden. Shh. Kaden. Cyrano opened. His tape machine was broken or something. It got really cosmic. Right, at the flower shop. I remember that show. Sorry, Clara. Kaden, stop. Well, you have a second chance to... Well, you have a second chance to hear it tonight. Nope, that's not what the voice was. That was fast. Got the batteries? Let's see. Perfect. This one will do. So you hit this button here to record. Hold it right here so you don't cover the microphone with your hand. I bet you'll find lots of good sounds around here, the tugboat. There's plenty of tape in there, so don't be stingy with it. Just record anything that catches your ear. It really changes the way you listen. For the better, I mean. How long is the trip? We've got a ways to go. This boat makes pretty frequent stops. I think Kate said we're moving pretty slowly tonight, too. Weather. Kate said we could stop at the rum colony. Cyrano's playing. Well, that's ideal. I'm supposed to meet a lady there to look at some old engine parts about 3 hours ago. 3 hours goes fast at the rum colony, ma'am. I bet she's still there. I hope we don't stop there too long. My concert is soon and I don't want to keep them waiting. Nah, it's river time. No one expects you to be punctual. Hey, why don't you give that tape recorder a try? See if that cat over there has anything it wants to say. I often use found sounds in my music. If you find some interesting sounds tonight, you can help me out. Well, my cat had something interesting to say, apparently. It was meow. He said meow. That's the in-game cat now. What happened to his arm now? I know the leg, but what happened to his arm? You know, it's the strangest thing. I can't remember why I came up here. Maybe you should slow down. No, I'm good. Just that thing about, what was it? When you walk through the door? You go into the kitchen for something, and as soon as you pass from one room to another, you forget what you wanted. You have to walk back out just to remember. Like you left part of your brain behind. Hey, I wonder if I could follow that breadcrumb trail all the way back to the room I was born in. Conway cranes his neck over the railing. Looks cold down there, and dark. You weren't in the cabin long. Get any sleep? I had a weird dream. Yeah, that's where you get the strangest dreams, when you nod off, right? You just kind of dip your toes into sleep, and some weird image floats by and takes a nibble. Shannon leans over the railing and looks at the river below. Did you see Ezra go in? Oh, yeah, he's poking around with that tape recorder, exploring. He seems to keep himself entertained. It's good for him. It's important to know how to be alone. What's up? You look like there's something you want to ask. Fine, you can ask it. One question. Thought you didn't drink. Well, I didn't. I mean, I did, and then I didn't, and then I did again. That's how it always goes. I drift out, finally wind up back at Lizette's with my head between my legs, saying never again. 15 months this last time. Think I hung on because I knew there wouldn't be much longer to be anywhere to go back to. She went to live with her sister now, and she probably won't remember me for long anyway. One time she picked me up out of a ditch by the road, blackout drunk at dawn. Came around later that night. She'd taken care of me. I told her I didn't deserve it, and she said I didn't have to deserve it. She sounds like a saint. We should all have someone like that. Oh, you wouldn't say that if you knew her when she was younger. That girl was wild. Guess she's got her own problems now. I wish I could help out. Hey, maybe I could make some money and send it to her sister. Maybe they'll keep me on at the distillery. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I've got to repay my debt. Hell, I should be grateful for the opportunity. If you want to die with any dignity, you've got to settle up. That's why it's such a damn shame when people go sudden. Alright, dude. Oh. Water sounds and delicate synthesizer music. Okay. Sure, I talk too much. Everyone on this river does. Problem is that we listen twice as much as that. We're only telling you half the stories we hear. Okay, I think this is Will, maybe? Kate told me that I ought to have been a photographer. She said, you have an uncanny way of having been in the place at the time the thing happened there. And that's the hardest part of taking a photograph, anyway. Nice of her to say, but it isn't true. Though I know just about every story on this river, most of them I've picked up second, third, or fourth hand, and so on. Listening, see? Now I know what you're going to ask, so I'm going to answer it. Yes, I know. I'm sure they're all true. I personally believe a story gets more true as it's tossed around from brain to brain, and the whole community brings their insight to bear on the brittle facts of experience. There are a few Echo River stories I witnessed directly. I saw that big owl migration pass through. You might have heard about that. I was there when the old train station flooded. I saw the ghost of Stephen Bishop brew up a batch of white lightning on a raft. Or anyway, I talked to a few sailors who recently crossed paths with him, and I suspect sampled his wares. One night I was working on the Mucky Mammoth. We picked up a gaggle of passengers headed down to a mail drop by the silo of late reflections. I knew a couple of them in passing, a pair of traveling musicians whom I encountered on the river. The others were strangers to me at the time. A young woman, a small boy, and a man whose name I didn't catch. Oh, and a smelly old dog. Docked at a gas station so the Mammoth could refuel. So that's now. That's the party. Ezra followed Junebug and Johnny into the gas station. Obviously he would do that. A gas station. Well, with the changing of the scenes, there should be a changing of the episodes. So, let's do that. Thank you for watching, y'all. I love you very much. I'll see you next time. Remember, Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Bye-bye!